What time is it?
10.
Toyota Corolla Cross time, man! Toyota's first ever Corolla Cross was only released months ago, and it positions itself nicely between other Toyota favorites such as the smaller CHR and larger RAV4. Built on Toyota's new global architecture platform, the Corolla Cross enters the subcompact crossover SUV market for the first time in 2022 and comes available in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive options. Key features on this LE all-wheel drive model include LED lights up front and on the rear, 17-inch alloy wheels, Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, and regardless of trim level, a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with a CVT transmission producing 169 horsepower with 151 pound-feet of torque is standard. However, Toyota has confirmed a hybrid version will be available shortly as well. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that review. When it comes to the family-friendly and affordable subcompact crossover SUV market, there's no shortage of options. I recently had the opportunity to review one of the competitors to the Corolla Cross, that being the Hyundai Kona, and when it comes to cargo capacity, the Corolla Cross is edging it out slightly. That aside, I'm going to begin with towing, because you have a towing capacity of just shy of 1,500 pounds. And then when it comes to your payload capacity, and that's what you can store up top and inside, you cannot exceed 940 pounds. You can find that information, of course, in your owner's manual or on your door frame. Now, if you're looking for a power lift gate to open up your trunk door, you have to level up to the XLE trim. All other trims like my LE is just going to be manual to open, or you can use your key fob to only unlock, or use the button that's located underneath the Toyota emblem. There is no button located near the driver if you want to open up your door from the driver's seat. Now, Toyota suggests overall cargo capacity is class leading, so it's not just beating out the Hyundai Kona. If you're looking for more space, the seats do fold in a 60-40 split. A cargo cover is standard. You have one light available to you on the left-hand side, hooks on each. And then if you're looking to place smaller items, you have space available underneath your trunk floor, where you'll also find your temporary spare tire. When it comes to subcompact crossover SUVs, they're not known for having a lot of space for rear seat guests, but the Corolla Cross is actually quite impressive, and I've asked two friends to join me, a preteen and an adult, so you can see overall leg and head space. But first, I'm going to begin with storage, because it is available only behind the front seat passenger. There is no pocket behind the driver's seat, which is a preference of mine because there's less distraction, less kicking behind the driver. On the side, there's absolutely nothing. So usually you have those side pockets. There's nothing in the Corolla Cross. You only have space for cups, bottles, or small snacks. Connectivity is actually impressive. So you have 2 USB ports, and shockingly, you have directional vents. That's impressive. But here's a huge no-no for me. There's no armrest. I like the armrest because it provides guests back here with more individual space, and of course you can hold more cups, more bottles, more snacks. If you prefer an armrest like I do, it actually is available, so when you go to your local Toyota dealership, look for this feature if it's important to you. Now, how are your guests going to fit, or kids? Well, this is what it would be like for a preteen, and then this is how a guest would fit who's an adult. If you're familiar with my channel, well, you know I'm 5'3", about 126, 127 pounds, give or take, and leg space for me and head space is always fine. So hopefully this will help you have an indication of overall space. Another layer of safety that I appreciate is all Toyota Corolla Crosses come equipped with rear seat reminder. If If you prefer a sunroof like I do, it is available to you in the Toyota Corolla Cross. Just speak to your specialist about that premium package or level up to the XLE trim. If you do choose to purchase a sunroof, well, it's going to be manual to open and then it's power operated. Not surprisingly, all the seats in the LE trims are going to be cloth based, but they're nice and they are quite comfortable. The seats up here are manually operated. There is no power available. And then though, this is nice, they are heated in combination with a heated steering wheel. If you prefer a heated steering wheel, well then you have to speak to your Toyota specialist about the premium package, because for Canadians, we receive it as standard in the LE trim and above. And to turn on the heating for your seats or for your steering wheel, those buttons are located up here. For the rest of the wheel, pretty easy to use. On the left hand side, you'll find your voice commands, your Bluetooth. You even have some functions available for your both digital and analog driver cluster. The only part of your driver cluster which is digital is on the right hand side. You can also operate your audio sound system by using some of the buttons over here on the left as well. But on the right hand side, this is where you'll find your dynamic cruise control buttons. And this has some of those features in Toyota Safety Sense operating system, which is fantastic. So you receive, as standard across the whole lineup, you have frontal collision warning, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, steering assist. You even have a rear view camera, which offers great quality, and cross traffic alert. Like I said, that operating system is really well done. You also have a button labeled mode, and this also operates your audio sound system, allows you to shuffle in between your radio or complimentary Sirius XM, which is complimentary only for a trial basis. Moving over to this infotainment system, so easy to use. You have the option between a 7-inch touchscreen or an 8-inch touchscreen. What makes it so easy to use is the fact that it's a touchscreen, but there's also hard buttons on the side, and then you can operate everything by using a dial knob. So it's super easy, super quick. I love this system. You also receive Android Auto, Apple CarPlay as standard. If you're looking for navigation, level up to XLE trim. Then when you drop down, there's only single climate control operations in here. Not surprising, because it is a small subcompact crossover. Connectivity, pretty decent. You have one USB port and then another 12-volt port inside your front center armrest. This is better. Storage up here. You do receive the side pockets and more space for bottles, cups, snacks, of course, on top of here as well. When it comes to driving modes, there is no driving mode. You just have the option of front wheel drive and then all-wheel drive. I really love the fact that the all-wheel drive option is only $1,400. That typically runs in between $1,500 and $3,000 depending on brand and model, so that's greatly appreciated. You also have the ability to turn your traction control on or off, located right by your gear selector. I never recommend doing that. That said, now let's hit the road so I can provide you with my final driving impressions from this past week. 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross, and let's be honest, this is no Supra, okay? This is a CVT. Okay, I always give a hard time to a CVT transmission, but they do make vehicles more affordable, they are durable, and they're supposed to be more fuel efficient. And honestly, if you just drive like a normal person, you're not mashing the throttle, and once you're up to speed, they operate fine and they're not that noisy. Now that said, it's not the quietest in here. I've definitely been in other vehicles that the interior cabin space is a lot quieter, but I mean, like I said, it's built to be affordable, reliable, and safe, and Toyota does just that with the Toyota Corolla Cross. When it comes to that drivability, yeah, it's not fun. Like I said, it's not a Supra, but it's just smooth. When you do go on your on and off ramps, you do have a bit more body roll than you would in the regular Toyota Corolla, because you are sitting a bit higher. But that aside, like I said, it is super smooth. Visibility is going to be fine everywhere. It's a small compact crossover, so you don't have any blind spots. And even with that third window out the side, I mean, that is beneficial as well, and you can totally see out of it. And don't forget, Toyota provides blind spot monitoring with that Toyota Safety Sense system, so that's fantastic. And I mentioned it previously, but I wasn't expecting the quality of the camera to be as good as it is, so that's nice as well. Overall comfort, I only have two things that I'm really picky about, and that's that rear seat armrest. I really prefer that. And then this front seat center console is too short, or not long enough, however you would like for me to explain it, because I'm short, so I have to move my seat all the way up, so I lose all my armrest. So that's it. Those are the two things I'm really picky about. Besides that, like, it's comfortable, it does its job, you're gonna get there safely, and I like the fact that it's totally affordable, and I really love the fact that all-wheel drive is an option and it's so well priced. But what I like to do in all my videos is recommend a test drive, because test drives are complimentary, so I'll provide links down below so you can find your closest Toyota dealership. But for now, I'm Juliana, your automotive woman. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss How To Tuesday or Feature Car Friday. Thanks for watching, guys.